In a major relief to Congress leaders Sonia Gandhi and Rahul Gandhi, a Delhi court has dismissed the Enforcement Directorate complaint in the National Herald case. The court observed that the matter does not arise from an FIR but is linked to a private complaint which limits the scope of ED action. The judge said criminal intent was not clearly established at this stage. The decision comes at a setback for the ED and is being seen as a significant legal relief for the Gandhi family in the long-running case. The government introduced the Viksit Bharat Ji Ramji bill in the Lok Sabha on Tuesday, triggering a strong opposition protest. Congress leader Priyanka Gandhi said the bill weakens the power of the Gram Sabha and undermines grassroots democracy. She accused the government of bringing the bill without proper discussion or consultation. Priyanka demanded that the bill be withdrawn immediately. Opposition members echoed her concern, saying local self-governance is being diluted. The government, however, defended the bill, claiming its aim to improve rural administration and development. The debate is expected to continue in Parliament. The draft voter list prepared after the special intensive revision has been released in West Bengal. According to officials, the name of around 58.2 lakhs voters have been removed from the draft list. The Election Commission said the revision was carried out to remove duplicate, shifted and deceased voters and to improve accuracy. Today, draft voter list of Rajasthan, Goa, Lakshadweep and Puducherry will also be published. Voters whose names are missing will be given time to file claims and objections before the final list is released. India's capital Delhi is set to receive a powerful new air defense system named the Capital Dome. Developed under the leadership of DRDO, this advanced security shield will have three layers: outer, middle and inner protection. The system is designed to intercept and destroy missiles, drones and fighter jets. Key government buildings and airport zones will be covered under this security network. Officials say the Capital Dome will significantly strengthen Delhi's defense preparedness against modern aerial threats. Security forces continue their search and combing operation for the second consecutive day in Jammu and Kashmir's Udhampur district. The encounter is taking place in the Machalta forest area where terrorists are believed to be hiding. On Tuesday morning, heavy firing led to injuries to two Special Operations Group personnel. Officials believe the terrorists may also have suffered losses. The entire area has been cordoned off and input suggests three terrorists are still hiding in the dense forest. Earlier, a police personnel had laid down his life in the ongoing operation. A major road accident occurred on the Yamuna Expressway in Mathura due to dense fog. At least 7 buses and 3 cars collided in the chain reaction crash. After the collision, several vehicles caught fire, leading to the tragic death of 4 people who were burned alive. More than 66 passengers were injured and rushed to the nearby hospitals. Eyewitnesses fear the death toll may rise. Rescue operation continued for nearly 6 hours before the situation was brought under control. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath announced an compensation of Rs 2 lakhs for each victim's family. Prime Minister Narendra Modi is on official visit to Jordan where he is strengthening bilateral ties. On the second day of the visit, he will address the India-Jordan Business Forum. Earlier, King Abdullah warmly welcomed PM Modi, followed by detailed bilateral talks. Both leaders agreed to enhance cooperation in counter-terrorism, fertilizers, digital technology and trade. A total of 5 important agreements were signed between the two countries. The visit is expected to boost economic ties and strategic cooperation, especially in technology and security-related sectors. Amid the horror of the Bondi Beach terror attack, a real-life hero emerged. 44-year-old Ahmad Al-Ahmad showed exceptional bravery by confronting the armed attacker without any weapons. Ahmad managed to overpower the terrorist and snatch away his gun, preventing further bloodshed. His courageous act is believed to have saved several lives. Australians across the country are praising his bravery, calling him a symbol of courage and humanity. Social media is flooded with messages hailing Ahmad as Australia's new hero for his fearless and selfless action. India has strongly criticized Pakistan at the United Nations Security Council, accusing it of promoting and sheltering terrorism. India's permanent representative Harish Parvathaneni said Pakistan remains a global hub of terror activities and misuses international platforms to target India. He also highlighted Pakistan's political instability and ongoing constitutional crisis. India urged the global community to see through Pakistan's false narratives and take a firm stand against terrorism. The statement reinforced India's position that peace and security cannot be achieved unless states supporting terror are held accountable. Indian stock market witnesses a sharp decline in early trade on Tuesday. The Sensex fell by more than 300 points and was trading around the 84,900 level. The Nifty also slipped nearly 100 points, moving below a key support mark. Heavy selling pressure was seen in banking and auto sectors stocks, which dragged the market down. Shares of major banks and leading automobile companies remain under pressure. Weak global cues, profit booking by investors, and cautious sentiment ahead of key economic data also contributed to the market fall. The Indian Premier League 2026 season will start on March 26 with the final schedule for May 31st. Preparations by the BCCI are underway, but uncertainty remains over the opening match venue. The M. Chinnaswamy Stadium in Bengaluru is under consideration, though final clearance is still awaited. If approved, it could host the opening game. For the second consecutive year, IPL will clash with the Pakistan Super League, as PSL is also expected to run during the same period, raising concern over player availability and viewership overlap. Severe fog conditions affected several parts of North India on Tuesday. In Madhya Pradesh, visibility dropped to nearly 50 meters, making driving extremely risky during early morning hours. In Uttar Pradesh, dense fog led to multiple road accidents, with around 110 vehicles collided in different incidents over the last 4 days. Traffic movements remained slow on highways. Meanwhile, cold conditions intensified in Rajasthan, where temperatures in 20 cities fell below 10 degrees Celsius. Authorities advise people to avoid unnecessary travel and follow safety guidelines during foggy conditions. That's all for today's bulletin. We'll be back with more updates next time. Until then, this is Tamanna Rizvi signing off. Have a good day.